Hello friends. So I'm going to show you guys today how to do a French tip application. Let me bring it up on my computer just because sometimes it doesn't show me your guys' comments. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if I'm looking over there, that is why. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys today how to do a French tip. A lot of people get intimidated by French tip because there's kind of like an extra step in there and they feel like if they don't line it up perfectly. The first time that I ever did them, I was pleasantly surprised and they always look amazing. So I did this the other night when I went on and showed you guys the subscription box. I showed you guys this and I was going to do my nails the next night, and then life happened and kids and, you know, anyone who is staying home with their kids right now. I feel ya. Feel the pain. But yeah, so let's dig into this. So this set is called, so I have on right now, this one is called Lokilani Rose. Couldn't think of the name. But it's a really pretty sheer color. So honestly, I've been rocking this like the last 2 days and I loved it. It's just kind of really pretty. This nail looks a little different because it's a fake tip. I broke that nail and I didn't want to cut all the rest of them down. So I ended up putting a fake tip on there. And I'll just let it grow out with my natural nail. I took some pictures so I can show you guys the process as I went along when I put the fake tip on, because I put it on the very tip. I don't let it ruin my nail and it just grows out with my nail and I just keep filing it as I go. The only thing I did when I took my nail polish off the last time was I basically just glued like the edges to where it was like lifting up a little bit. But it's been on there, it's been good. And I have, in my thing, I have my shannonsdiynails.com. I have Amazon links on there, and I have the nails that I use and the nail glue too. So if that ever happens, I don't have to do it very often, but I like to have the stuff around in case I do. I'll also use the nail glue too for if like I have a nail that is like torn a little bit or something and I want it to grow out because it's too short to cut it off, then I'll use that too. Okay, so with French tips, you get the actual French set. So this is a colorful French set. This you just have to do some trimming. You could fit it over your whole nail if you wanted to do the whole nail in this design, but you can see it kind of has some really pretty glitter in there too. Really excited to put this one on. And then you also get your clear overlay because you're going to want to either do a top coat. So you can use Color Street has a top coat that you can use. I use it every single time I do my nails because it's like a strengthener. I shouldn't say top coat. It's technically a strengthener, but you can use it as a top coat or whatever. This looks really funny. I have my little claw clip in. This is just poking out the top the way I have it. We're rolling with it, okay? But yeah, so you'll get a clear as day set to put on top of it too. So you get everything that you need for the French, but are these available? Yes, they are. So this set right now is one of our summer shades. It will actually be leaving next, or end of this month, beginning of next month. These shades will be retiring and taken off the website. But right now, yes, they are still available. This is part of our summer collection. So pretty, so stinking pretty, but you get the clear as day. Some people will save this and then just use, like a thicker top coat or something to put on, because if you have the French tip on there, it will leave a little bit of a ridge on your nail. You'll see what I'm talking about when I put it on. And if you don't have anything like a top coat or the clear as day nail strip to go over it, then it could snag and peel that off. So you want to have something to go over top of it, even if it is just like a clear coat. A lot of people use just a clear coat too if they're doing a like DIY French, which you take like a hole punch and make your own French sets. So you can just take whatever set you love, take a little hole punch and make your own DIY sets, French sets. Okay. So we're gonna open this up, and I pretty much already know the sizes that I'm gonna need because it's the same size I use every single time. Been doing this for almost 4 years now. So this is going to be what they look like. You get 2 sets, obviously. So 16 total strips in 8 different sizes. So I typically know that I am going to use the second smallest one for my pinky. These ones I just save, like regular strips I just save to do my toenails. Technically you could do the same with these too. If you wanted to do, which I really do need to redo my toenails, except just a little tip for you guys. If you are doing your toenails, I always recommend doing your toenails first because you will kind of use your fingers as a tool to like get off any excess dry nail polish or anything like that. So I always do my pedicure first and then my nails, so that way I don't mess up my nails. Okay, so I just lay them all out. I'm just laying them on the table that's next to me. Well, my desk that's next to me. Oh boy, it has been a week, guys. A week. So these ones, I always save the biggest ones for my toes. I can use the second biggest ones for my thumbnails. And then either one of these fit my middle finger, so I just kind of pick one. It doesn't really matter for the most part which one I go with. Okay, and then if you've never seen my videos before, you know, I do like to save the strips if I can. They are 100% dry nail polish. They will dry out if you keep them exposed to the air for too long, so I usually try to put them in there as fast as I can. This way is not guaranteed or anything like that, so just know that. But I do like to try and save them, so I'll put just a piece of tape. Some people use a flat iron and just seal the top back up, and then I put these in my refrigerator, and when I go to use them, it's gonna sound really weird, but while I'm taking off my polish, I will put the strips that are cold from my refrigerator between my thighs to warm them up a little bit. And then by the time I take off my polish, they're ready to go and be used. So, you know, fun facts. Okay, so I'm gonna open up this one too while I'm at it. So this is going to be the clear coat. It looks white, but you'll see when I take it off that it is clear. So I'm just gonna do the same thing as take out the ones that I need. You would probably be able to get double sides and save one full thing of strips if you have shorter nails. My nails, the first French that I ever did, I did not have long nails, guys. Just know that, I did not. So you don't have to have long nails to do a French tip set. But because the first set I ever did was, my nails were not this long. It was kind of like towards the beginning of when I started. So I was still working on good nail care at that point. Okay, so, but my nails are a little bit longer now, so I don't get necessarily double sides. So if you have shorter nails though, I would say just a little bit shorter than this. Like, cause mine barely, like if I stretched, which I don't really like to do, if I stretch the strip, I could probably get double sides. But I just let it go. Cause if I'm being honest with you guys, I change my nails out every week. We come out with so many new shades that I don't always, I guess I'm not very budget friendly, and I don't use up, I only use the ones that I save for like accent nails for the most part. So I typically don't use them again. I have like a whole stack like this big in my refrigerator, because I just don't use them again, because, I get, you know, as a stylist, I get my discount and I just like trying all the new shades. Okay, so, or a lot of the times too, if I'm doing like a new cute set that my girls love, I will put it on their nails too and just use up some of the excess that way because they love themselves. I used a Tuesday to do my little one's nails this morning because I did the other one's nails like a couple days ago, and then she wanted hers done this morning. So I'm like, fine, hurry up. So you get a prep pad and a nail file too in your package. You're gonna take the prep pad. Now, I did these nails a couple days ago. Typically, I wouldn't do a prep pad over a nail polish, but since I did these a few days ago, I am just gonna run it over the top real quick just to get any excess oils off since I've had these on for a few days before I'm applying the French nail. And then I'll go ahead and I just rub it on my fingers too. Again, you just don't want any excess oils because if those oils transfer onto your strips, that is where you're going to see anything like lift. Sorry, I got up close and personal with you guys because I'm gonna tilt this so that way you guys can see what I'm doing. So yeah, okay. Oh, here it is. I was like, where did I just put that strip? I'm a hot mess over here, guys. My mother-in-law took the kids for the day, which is fabulous. And I wanted to get so much more done than I actually did, but here we are. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I took the clear part off, then I'm gonna remove this silver piece right here from the backing. So you can use this as like an anchor if you want, just on the one side that it came off of, if it helps you to like get better control of it that way. I typically don't. I just try not to like over touch it because you don't want to, the more you touch it, the more oils that are going to be coming off of your fingers onto the strip. So it depends on where you want your French tip too. So if you want it further up on the tip, that's where you're going to start. If you want it more down below, I usually start right where I can start to see that like line of the white, you know what I'm talking about? So like right here would be where I would start it. But it's totally up to you and the look that you're going for. You can also like cut these if you want to how you want them to go, because some people like to do to where it's just like an outline of your tip, or you know, it's further down. So it's really whatever you want to do with it. Okay, I need to stop touching this. But I'm gonna have to point this. Oop, I don't want it to fall out of the thing. Sorry, getting up close and personal with my thighs right now. So I'm out of this. It's hard to do this with, I'm trying not to show you guys my thighs, but I'm also, okay. So I think that's right. I'm gonna look at it real quick from this angle. Okay, so I think I got it on there right. Typically, if you don't have anything underneath, like, so if I didn't have this nail set already on, I can lift it up. And I probably could right now because I don't have it on there very good. But since, because once you have a nail strip underneath of it, you can't really lift it up that easily as you could on just like your regular nail. So I have it on there though. So when I place it down, before I like start rubbing it, I always like to just make sure that the placement is pretty good. And then I'm not going to want to move it anywhere, which this looks pretty good. And a lot of times if it's not perfect, it's okay. Like if you get it a little bit lopsided, like this actually looks pretty good, but if it's a little bit lopsided, you're probably going to be the only one who notices. So don't panic. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so it drives me a little bit crazy, but then I'm like, I get compliments and I'm like, okay, like no one even noticed. So don't freak out, especially if it's your first time doing a French tip. So I have it on there. Now I'm going to rub, and then I'm just going to take it underneath my nail. Now at this point, you can go ahead and either pinch it off with your nail. I'm just going to file it because I'm not using this excess part right here. You could actually pinch it off and use this like little part for your toenails if you wanted to, if you really want to get the most out of your strips. I have lots of different ways to be creative. But I'm just going to file it. And as you can see, like I'm not filing to actually file my nail. I'm just filing to get that excess off. So, okay, it wasn't like focusing on my nail. There we go. How cute is that? And then as you can see, it has like a little ridge right here. So this is why you're either going to want to put a liquid top coat. Obviously, I always recommend our nail strengthener because it doubles or triples. You can use it as base coat, top coat. Doing this set today. Are you? But yeah, so you can use it as multiple things, base coat, top coat, or just as a strengthener. Like the only time that I will ever keep like there's been times to where I'll take my nail polish off at night and then I'm like too tired, so I go to bed and I put a new set on in the morning. But before I go to bed, I always make sure to put on the nail strengthener, because my nails are just, even though they're long, they can be bendy sometimes, so I always like to have that layer of protection with my nail strengthener. How freaking adorable is this? But since we're not doing the nail strengthener, I'm going to use actually the Clear as Day strips. I know that I already have a layer on here, but I do typically like to double up my strips. If you do tend to have like thin, breaky nails, when you're first starting out using Color Street, like this is how I kind of built my nails to get longer and stronger, was I always did 2 layers. So typically when you're first starting out, you have, like your nails are shorter, right? For the most part, for most people, I would say, you can get double sides. So you can do, one whole set is going to give you, like, you can double up your strips to make sure that you have double layers on your nails. Solids, I always recommend that for. If you have thin nails, to double them up. But if you're using like a thicker glitter, sometimes I'm fine with just keeping it how it is. Or I recommend getting like the Clear as Day. So if you want to be able to use your set twice or something, you want to try and save it, you can do the Clear as Day strips over top. Those are going, or even just putting on a layer of nail strengthener. It's thick enough typically to where I can do a layer of nail strips and then the nail strengthener, and I'm usually good. I usually reapply the nail strengthener about, I would say about 5 to 7 days in, just to like make sure that, you know, it's not as thick as a nail strip, so it's going to wear off a little bit. So I always recommend reapplying that. But the Clear as Day is really nice because it comes with 32 strips. So you get 2 packages of the 16. So it's, and I think it's like $13 for the 2 packages. So it's really nice. And if you're doing, if you have thinner nails, it's kind of nice. So as you can see, the Clear as Day, it is a clear strip. So it comes with all the French sets. So you kind of get a little bonus with all the French sets. The French sets are $14, and you get the French tips, plus you get the Clear as Day strips in there. So totally worth it in my book. Okay, so you're just going to place this one like a normal strip. It's going to go all the way to the base of the nail, right by your cuticle. Oh, that's kind of lopsided. It's really hard to do this with you guys on camera. Just an FYI. Okay, so I have it on there. I'm just going to press it down. This one I probably could have got double sides out of. Yeah, I probably could have, but that's okay. Because I'm not ready to put this one on yet, so that's all right. Like I said, I have a lot of nail strips. So, yeah. Oh, guys, I'm going to be obsessed with this one. This one's going to be one that you guys know, I don't keep on sets for more than like, I have the same, with your nails, yeah. I do not keep on sets more than a week, typically. But if I like am obsessed with it and I don't want to take it off, which this is going to be one of them, I don't know that I'm going to take this off. And I love it with this as the base. It's like just sheer enough to look like your natural nail, but then it has like some sparkle in there. This is perfection. I love this set. I am already obsessed. So this nail broke. And if I'm being quite honest, I didn't put a fake one on because this is the hand that I do my nail fees with. So I was like, I'll just let this one grow out naturally. So I'll show you what it looks like on a shorter nail. But same thing. So you're just going to take this and you're going to take the clear part off. Normally I like them to be all like straight and uniform, but I was just like, it does take a little bit of time to like get my fake nail ready because I file it down a lot before I put it on, because I want it to be thin and I want it to grow out naturally. So, okay. I'm not in the camera there. So this one is going to be a little bit shorter of a tip, so you guys can kind of see what that is going to look like. So I'm gonna place it on there, that, and you can kind of tell from the back too, like how it's gonna sit and look. So have it on there just like that. It feels like such a waste to not use like this much of the strip, but like I said, you could use it for your toes. That's probably what I should do or should have done. That's okay. It's all right. Hey mom. My mom just popped on. Okay, so this one I'm just gonna perforate underneath, and then I'll just file off if there's any excess. But this will show you guys kind of what it looks like with a shorter nail. So I'm just kind of letting this one grow out. My nails typically grow pretty quickly, so like I said, the tip only stays on for a couple weeks, usually like maybe 2-3 times max of me changing my nails, because I change them typically weekly. There's that. So it's shorter, obviously, but you could bring it further down if you wanted to. I just put it on the actual tip. But still super cute. Super cute. I don't know what I was saying. I already forgot. My mom brain. Can you guys hear my dog snoring in the background? He likes to do that. It's not my husband or anything. I had one person one time be like, "Oh, I thought that was your husband." I'm like, no, that's my dog snoring away in the background. He is a puggle, so especially when I first started with Color Street, and I was doing like live videos a couple times a week, and he was pretty famous on there because people just knew that was him in the background, unless they were a new customer. All right, so there is that one. So I won't stay on here and do all of them with you guys, but I'll do another one just so you guys kind of get the gist of it. And then I will share a picture. I will try to do it today. I know that I'm really bad at sharing my pictures because I usually try to put like my watermark on them and stuff. I don't edit, so I don't edit the colors or anything like that, just an FYI, but I do like to put my watermark on it. Okay, so I took all the pieces off. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys what I was doing. And then I place it just around where the tip would be, or like where the white part of my nail would be. And then I'm just gonna press it down a little bit. This one is the one that I have the fake tip on, you can kind of see. So my nail is growing out. It is growing out a little bit, it's just not there yet. So yeah. And file this one off. This one is a tad bit like crooked on the one side. You can barely tell. Like I could probably be the only one to tell, but it's a little bit further down on that side. But again, doesn't have to be perfect. Most people will not notice if it is like that. So they're a lot easier than you think, and the final look is so pretty. And I love that they're doing like fun ones like this because it's just more fun than a regular French tip. Don't get me wrong, I love a good regular French tip, and we also have different ones that are, so this one is like a seasonal one. This is in our summer collection, but we do have ones that are like permanent. So we have just like your basic white French tip. We have a silver glitter one, so pretty. And then we also have a black one, black glitter. So I am obsessed. And the only reason why my nails are this long, guys, is because I do my nighttime routine. If you haven't, I probably haven't shared it in a hot minute, so I need to share it again. But it is basically, all it is I do, right before I go to bed, I put, oh, I gotta put the top layer on this. I do cuticle oil. So I brush on my cuticle oil, then I do hand lotion, and that's all I do before I go to bed. I do my, I do our lip primer too, just for my lips. But as far as nails go, that's all I do. And then I take a large amount of biotin. I don't know how many milligrams. I just go get the biotin gummies from the store. But that's one of the main reasons why my nails have gotten longer and stronger. And collagen. Collagen will help with that too if you are taking that. Okay, so again, with the clear top part, you just put that on there. With regular strips over the whole nail, I usually press down to make sure they're not on my cuticle. And then I go up and off to the sides to make sure that they are on there really good. I press probably more than you need to, but I just like to make sure that they are all on there. And you can wait and file like all at once. Sometimes I'll do that. If you're having problems with like it lifting at the edge or anything, it's always a good idea sometimes to leave them folded under your nail for a hot minute. And then once you do up to here, up to your pointer finger, then you file them all down. I always start with my pinkies, if you guys didn't notice. So I always start with my pinkies and work my way to my thumbs, because I use my thumbs a lot of the times as tools if I have any like excess hanging off the edge here. But if for some reason you accidentally start with your thumbs or something, these guys are nice little tools too to use to kind of get any of that excess off. I also use them too if I put a strip too far back on and it goes over my cuticle and I can't push my cuticle back enough to get it to not be on my cuticle. I will go ahead and use this little guy, and I kind of just push where like my cuticle is. I kind of just like, it's like I'm pushing my cuticle back, but I'm really just perforating the nail strip around the edge. So that way I can just peel it off of there. So that's another little tip for you guys too. If you do get it on the cuticle, don't panic. If you haven't done your thumbs yet, you can even use like your thumb. But when you first put on your set, it's not 100% cured. So it's 100% dry nail polish, but it is 95% dry and 5% wet. So that 5% that's wet still needs to cure to your nails a little bit. So that is why I try not to use my thumbs. Like I try not to do my thumbs first and then use them as tools too. Because you will like push the nail strip that you already have on there. It will push it and kind of mess it up. So I always save my thumbs for last because I use them as tools. But yeah, so. All right, I will stop there. I'm going to finish doing these. But if you guys have questions about French tips or anything like that, just let me know. But yeah, I will finish these and I will share them with you hopefully today. I might forget, but hopefully today, because I got to go pick up my kids in probably about like 15 minutes to about a half an hour. So if I can get it all done, then I will. But we'll see. All HELL, you know, is going to break loose when they come home. So it's been a rough summer, guys. This has been like the first summer that they've both been home like full time. And they just want activities all the time. And I'm like, and we just got a pool put in. I don't know if, well, you can kind of see it right there. We got a pool put in. So it's like they want to go outside and be on the pool all the time, which some of the stuff I can sit out there from my phone and do, but I also want to get in the pool too, right? You know, and they're like not swimming on their own. So I got to like pay attention to them too, right? You know, but yeah, so it's just struggle bus. But tomorrow will be a pool day. So that's exciting. Well, I'm going to order, if you guys didn't see, we have new shades coming and I'm super excited about it. I just posted them in my stories. I'll post them on here tomorrow for sure. They're in my VIP group. So if you're not in my VIP group, you'll want to get in there because I do have them posted in there, but so much good stuff. So much good stuff. It's 5 new strips and they are gorgeous. They're very bright and summery and fun. So I will be ordering those tomorrow. So I will do just a little bit of work from the pool tomorrow, but, yeah. Okay. That's all I have. I hope you guys have a fabulous Thursday. Yeah, today's Thursday. It's all blending together this summer. I hope you guys have a fabulous Thursday. What is on my shirt? There's like a little stain right there. Okay, anyways. Have a good Thursday, and I'll talk to you guys soon.